There is a close link between the epistle and the gospel. Unity in love. Our faith as Christians has the advantage of being based on the new commandment, and therefore attention to detail should normally yield to a central issue against which all else is judged. If that is not happening, there is something wrong. If in a prayer group, a monastery, a parish, in the interest of serving the Lord, anything but charity is there is something wrong. It can apply also to the way that we build a community at home. Just this week, something really hit me, which I would like to share with you, because people tend to remember concrete things more than the abstract. But I do attach a message to it which is valid for each of us here until we die, so pay attention. On the 13th of May 2014, notice the date, I was in Rome in an ancient church where at least part of the head of John the Baptist is venerated, San Silvestro in Capite, with a small group of Irish friends, celebrating a quiet, interiorized, extremely Christian wedding for very close friends. One, the bride, who had been coming and going ever since I came to Ireland, big into prayer. It was a model wedding. Prayer had brought them together. They were pure and clean, and they only wanted the sacrament without frills. Jesus. It was and is one of the happiest matrimonies I've ever known, because they live close to me and I followed them through. And I know that the bride would go to work in the morning wanting a word from Jesus through her husband. Give me a word. That's the quality of shared matrimony in the Christian family, what John Paul II referred to as the domestic church. These are marriages where three are involved. The dynamics, therefore, are quite different from just the human. Just after the celebration of Mass this time last week, something happened. That same couple, which often on a Sunday evening would come to my place to finish the day in prayer, this time last week, they were nearby in Kells, in a road they didn't know very well. One of the country roads there, but as you know, are very windy. Okay, but then they emerged into the main road, it appears, and then it all happened. The young man explained to me it would seem that a Land Rover just touched us, but at sufficient speed to do all the damage. He just heard his wife groan, and then she lost consciousness. The day before yesterday, I was with them for a long time. She is in a coma still. Initially it had been induced so as to work on her brain, but she's not coming round, at least for the time being, and they called me in. And then it hit me. and this applies to each one of us here, we don't know what's ahead of us. A few centimetres, an inch perhaps, could have made all the difference there. The timing, of course, was just what it was. We could, each one of us, face the beyond just like that. Now, suppose that happens just by hypothesis. At that point, everything will be in a different perspective, including things which right now are very important to us, some point that we insist upon. At that point, if one loses a partner, if one loses a parent, a dear friend, then one realizes one thing. Was I grateful when that person was there before me? Because there will be a time perhaps when I won't be able to say so or to even feel it until it's too late. This applies also to the little people. We take Daddy and Mammy for granted, is it not true? Just imagine if something awful like that were to take place today to Daddy or Mammy. Then all life would be there to think, oh, I didn't feel gratitude, I didn't appreciate, I took him or her for granted. My friends, we have no right to take one day for granted, 1 hour, one breath. And when I stood and knelt and felt just the machine keeping Catherine alive, on, I realized what death could be. One breath which no more comes, and which perhaps will not come when the tube is taken off. That's our reality, my friend. 1 inch between here and eternity. And so in that context, the Gospel and the first reading apply supremely. At that point, if the soul leaves the body, also the soul in question will see things as they are. And believe you me, there will be a different perspective on the other side. There, and by the way, this is known by those who have gone there and come back in accidents and revived afterwards. There, it's all seen. All the past is seen. All the details are revisited. And do you know that things which are of no importance apparently can be of supreme importance at that side, e.g. there are testimonies out there of people who weren't ready to go and really shouldn't be where they eventually got to be. But the Lord showed them bits of their past in which somehow some grace had come through. Often it was like this. That human kindness which despite everything won through. The gratuitous act which on the balance made a huge difference. Because when one is in the scales, one will grab any straw. The Lord does everything he possibly can, but charity can be the one last straw. So think about that next time you let it fly. As we say in Ireland, give out. An unpleasant word, it might be your last. Every idle word, Matthew 12:36, will have to answer for. Every unpleasant word we'll hear again. So think on these things, my friends. As John of the Cross said, in the eve of our day, we will be judged upon love. So with that, I just, if I may, conclude by reading what I wrote just under the shock after being with dear Catherine, wondering what would happen and seeing how what could actually have been avoided. an inch. Remember now, just grazed by a high-speed Land Rover. An inch. There is an inch between eternity and minutes of long pain. For ne'er again will this one moment leave all history alone. For it must ever own a second's pain. This could have been, this could ne'er have been, this need not be. This could have lain unknown upon the map of aeons, never seen or heard or echoed in the years that groan. But it was heard, and evermore will hold its cry upon all time, for nevermore will this 1 second lie as one of old that came and went, as ours would come before. For there are seconds that saw all the earth in half, twixt searing pain and wedded